Here's how it works. Someone contacts a student via Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram and sets up a deal. Let me use your debit account to deposit a check, and I'll give you half the money I deposit. If the victim agrees, there's often a deposit in the bank account, followed swiftly by a withdrawal.
The victim thinks that they're going to get a portion of that deposited item, but they never do.
When the deposit turns out to have been a counterfeit check, the deposit evaporates and the victim is on the hook for any money withdrawn from the account. The scam is not just spreading on social media. Postal inspectors say scammers are also soliciting victims at college campus parties.
They'll demonstrate that they have a lot of money, they'll throw wads of cash around and act in that manner to try and entice people to give up their ATM cards.
Ringleaders target college students because they think they can be easily convinced that their only role is to allow use of their account and that they will get to keep half of the money.
Early 20s, maybe a little less mature and don't really understand the banking system and may need a way to get some money. They may be college students, for example, or young adults that need cash.
But victims are not just depositing the fake checks. They're giving scammers access to their bank accounts. There are many different versions of the crime.
And there are, in some instances, where young adults thought that they were applying for a college grant, and in reality, they were being asked to provide their debit cards.
While most people might find it hard to believe anyone would hand over their ATM information, inspectors say many students are often naive about finances.
When you go off directly to college from high school, that's a big transition from being under your parents' roof to potentially going out to a college campus as an 18-year-old with very little life experience and almost no knowledge of the banking system.
There are many long-term effects, including years of credit score problems and the future.
Employers aren't going to look very kindly upon someone that's involved in a criminal scheme.
Authorities say it's important for parents to advise their college-age students how to protect their personal information while they're at school.
They need to keep their debit cards in their wallets or in their purses and never relinquish control of it, because only bad things can happen if you do that. If you give it to a stranger, you're opening up a whole Pandora's box of potential problems.